Hello and welcome to me playing Cindra over and over again. I am testing out what is Majin Bei's build into Cindra. I'm sort of doing a bit of a series of me learning to play this sort of quite different scope of build. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I prefer the standard deck a lot more. It's far more my playstyle. Yeah, they're not that divergent on playstyle, but I guess what I mean is, honestly, I really like Ethertide, and this deck doesn't have Ethertide, and I don't like that. So, it is where it is. So there's no Arcane Barrier there, so we're just going to go scream at them. I don't like keeping these on turn one because there's like absolutely no chance you're going to be able to throw them, for 8 damage. So I just pretend I haven't drawn them. I think is the the logic, right? Just imagine you never saw one. This was on the bottom of the deck all along. You can't convince me otherwise. Got a card in Arsenal. There's almost a temptation to not Arsenal it because of the prevent one, but it is what it is. My turn would ideally be to be playing those. One thing into things like Cindra is that it's not as easy as in other matchups where you just designate your 2 cards and you're keeping them and you're using them. It's very often a thing where you're going, right, well, ideally I'll play these, and then if I have to block again, I'll do this, and then if I have to block again, I'll do this. There's very much that kind of keep evolving kind of thing. So we've got the shelter for this, so we do no block again. That should reset their chain and keep me in a pretty nice place. Because they have no arsenal to give them that extra card, their ability to kind of reach is nowhere near as far. Okay, so that's going to do me 1 for 7's pretty nice, right? I basically just want to take the 5 and put the 5 back, I think, because that is the nature of... do the 6 back even. 4, 5, 6, yeah. I get more out of it like that, I think, and I've got the sigil to recover a little bit of health. It's all good. Playing all the cards. Yeah, I'll do. Currently ahead. As long as I keep ahead, we're good. If I don't, screwed. Oath of Loyalty. I think I'm going to use this to try and deny the card draw. It'll do 1 less block overall, but I think that's fine. I'm obviously trying to work out how to use this seed because I can't play it, which means I really need to throw the pulse in. So I really only have 2 block cards this turn. So I basically just don't want to block again this turn, which is awkward. But I'm hoping he's going to struggle to get the mask through efficiently here. If push comes to shove, I will block with the Ether, I will arsenal this and I'll use the crown on it, but it's not what I want to do in my life. This might be actually where I do that because this is where they come roaring ahead again. They say like yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that. I could have given them like 3 pieces of equipment for that card, but they're going to make so much on this turn. Yeah, you know, I am now firmly losing because I'm not even using my turn to do damage back. You know, it could just be play style and such, but I personally think I do better on my own build into this. And it's difficult because like some of that will just be that I am way more comfortable with my own build. You know, it's been made with my choices and with my play style in mind. But it's very difficult to know. Put the mental blocking up front because then they can't respond with flick knives. There's some choices as well I just don't like. Like Emeritus is a good example. It's not at all a bad card. I'm not going to sit and slag it off because, you know, it blocks 3 and it's blue. It's quite hard to say it's bad. I don't like that it costs 2. It's obviously got that ability to extend into your opponent's turn, which is nice, but I hate it costing 2 because you can't efficiently go Emeritus Waning Moon or Surgeon Emeritus. You know, I prefer things to cost 0 or 1 for that exact reason. Hard to know what the correct blocking is. I'm just going to block out with this hand, which is not what I really want to do with my life, but I don't have better choices. I actually should have blocked the other way around. Was that a mistake on my part, I think, because I'm going to want to try and do this crown. Like this is not great, but I need to try and get something going. And I've got a ponder coming, and that's obviously clogging up everything. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, you know. Yes, I don't love the play lines in this. It feels like it just gets forced into blocking a lot and it doesn't trade back particularly well. Because like being behind doesn't matter as much when you're on the combo stuff because you just suddenly hit for 20. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, it's going in Arsenal, but like, ugh. This is deliberate to save a point of prevention on this ignite. Also, this will work against the daggers later. I mean, that's just hitting the second bit. So my question here for myself is, do I just take all of this? And I think the answer is yes. Don't like it, but it's what I'm going to try. As I say, I just don't really like the lines available in this. Like, just shit like this. Like, I don't know what to do with the Cadaverous Tilling. I don't want to hit him with it. This is obviously me trying to explain my thought process as I make these decisions, and I really don't know which are correct. I think we want to just break this chain up. Yeah, it's big. It's big and it ruins my life. So I mean, we may as well block with that because we can't play it. They can continue to just kill me. Autumn's Touch, not ideal. But like, this could just be that I'm getting scuffed draw to scuffed draw, but the amount of times I look at my hand in this deck and go, oh, there's nothing to do. You know, I need 2 cards to do 2 damage. Doesn't feel good. And because they are, you know, that new breed of aggro that's doing 16 plus damage a turn, you just sit in and take it. Blah, 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 blah. That's the plate again one, yeah. I was pretty sure I was just blocking anyway, but my ideal here would be to be able to throw that Autumn's Touch at them for some damage, but God knows if I ever get the space. Fruits of the Forest is a terrible block, so this gives me the motivation to want to do it. But, I have stopped them drawing a card at this point, so it's very tempting to just... I think we just take the one, right? Cool. So we get to hit them for 5, which I guess is something. And in exchange, they get to 5-card hand me next turn, and I probably lose. That's my feelings. We'll see if we're close. We've at least got a mental block. Oh, Tilling, you're so bad. Basically, being trapped in a cycle of just blocking every turn is a loss because your life goes down and theirs doesn't. There is not much else to sort of describe that. I'm going to use a root bound up now, even though like there might be potential for it better later on. But I do not want to get let them get that chain extended if I can help it. Like this is a good place to place a block and I only have root bounds. And then I'm going to decompose loads with them because I need all this crap out of my graveyard. It'll turn the back skin on for like a later turn as well, which is kind of big. Blink, blink. And we don't need to worry about value from this because it is what it is. And we're going to block for 4 with this, I think, here, because they're not going to play this last card, I think. And it's not going to matter anyway, because they're not going to... maybe it'll matter. We'll find out. It's unlikely, I think, that they're going to get through here and draw a card and stuff, so... attack. Doesn't actually matter what I banish because I don't have the head. I'm just so used to playing the lines where you've got the head. I am fine banishing loads of Earth stuff because there's more going in the bin. There's like, what, 3 Earth cards going back in? Okay, so that's a not cost attack, I'm guessing. No, it wasn't. They just threw a dagger. I'm surprised. What I don't like about this basically is that I feel like I'm really low on disruption. I'm struggling to stop them doing whatever they want. That feels like a problem. I'm I give them the bark skin, get a token, which I can obviously use for this snapback, so I'm going to want a 4 block in this turn, I think. So I've got a 4 and a 3. And then I can try and felling them and get some tempo back. That's the plan. It's not about preventing damage, it's about preventing mask. Because the damage is what it is. You will take it. I'm feeding them equipment here as well because they've got a 5-card hand and I know they're coming in with a lot of stuff. This is kind of what I'd expect from their play line. I'm not sure this is the right time to flick knives, personally. But maybe they don't, because they can see this embodiment, right? I feel like this is not a good choice from them. But I don't know the hand, so I could be wrong. This is what I would like to see them do, because now this snapback is massive value if they do a 4, and they're most likely to do a 4 because that is what most of the deck is. And they have 2 cards in hand, so we're just going to let this one hit. So that's through that turn. And now I've got this to do. This will be very hard to make up this deficit, but you know, felling is the way to actually get it back, if anything. As I say, I'm not feeling this build, if I'm honest. It's not necessarily bad. I don't want to commit to any of that kind of talk on the internet, but it's not for me. So they've got much less hand, which means I can do some blocking. I'd probably block out with everything and just use 1 blue to like pulsing and go from there. The real question is, do I need to back skin? I don't think I do this turn. I should actually have blocked with the plough, I think, but it doesn't matter. It's going to make very little difference. We're okay. So we deny him his card, we deny him his breaking point effect, and we're good. Taken very little damage this turn, denied him some stuff, and get to actually pull Singy for him, which is, you know, we're clawing our way along. I don't know that we're winning this, but we'll see. I've got to get another 7 in without dying, and that's inherently a problem. And not with this hand either. God. I think I have to put a block into that. I don't think they have any more +1 effects left, but there's no reason not to decompose the graveyard's full of stuff. We're going for keeping the snapback because it'll actually do something potentially. And this is going to be me basically dead. They should be able to do 6 here because the this one they should throw the other one. Get to abuse blood splattered something huge. Oh, that works as well, I think, right? Yeah, either. Very dead. Yeah, I will upload this blog. I think I am done testing this at this point. Like, this deck build is meant to be better at playing things like Cindra and Aurora, and I've just played a heap of Cindras, and I don't like it. You know, I'll repeat again. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's doing anything I want it to. So, you know, I may continue this, but I have this feeling I'm not going to bother. I don't like the lines. I'm not sure how else to describe that. Like, I just... It's got loads of things where you're going like, right, I've got Sigil, but Sigil doesn't block in a format where blocking is more important than ever before because everyone's playing Flick Knife Mask. And, you know, there's no combo cards in the main deck. So what's it even doing? You know, it's running Scours, I guess, for filler? Yeah, I do not feel it. Not saying don't play it. Like, make your own decisions. You know, my advice is build your own deck. Don't just grab someone else's list. And this is a good example of why. Because, you know, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. You know, we have seen, roughly speaking, this deck in the finals of, I want to say, 2 big events now. I don't like it. You know, I guess in the same way that if you told me to go play Cindra, I'd hate it. I cannot stand playing red line aggro. And I tend to never do so. Yeah, this isn't for me, I think is my thing. I'm going to have a little think over the course of the rest of my day. Do I want to try and build my own version that maybe suits me better? Do I want to try testing my own version but with Waning Moon in the board? And also, where do I want those Waning Moons for? Because I do like the concept. And the core concept is that Stormstrider's Waning Moon kills a person when they are much higher life in their turn. And being able to have an extra turn over your opponent is huge. You know, like, literally, you know, if Stormstriders read pay 1, your opponent does not take their last turn. Like, Jesus Christ, right? It's absolutely broken at the point where it's online. When it's not online, it's whatever. Like, I mean, when it's not online, it's nothing, right? It's like an empty slot until it's on. And Waning Moon is attempting to capitalise on that. But it's in so many games I look at it and sort of go like, if this was a Surgent hand, I would be winning. And I wouldn't need that extra reach. You know, I wouldn't need to be able to reach for 7. I could just reach for 3 or 4 and that would have killed them because I would have done like an extra 12 earlier on. I think they both have good opportunities to put someone down. And the trap, as it were, with Waning Moon is that you see that extra reach at the finish, but you forget that you're actually taking longer to get to that finish. Because, you know, if I throw a casual Surgent combo of any type, let's just call it at +4 damage, you know, I'm doing about 12. That 12 has narrowed that gap more than that 3 reach ever could. And that's kind of a big deal. Because, you know, because it's like an extra 6. You know, it is what it is. You know, I hope you get where I'm going with that. But yeah, I'll have a think about what I'm going to do with this. And either way, I'll see you in the next game.